When you look at the Genesis creation accounts, you can't help but notice that there are these genealogies, Genesis 5, Genesis 11. They even show up a lot in the Gospels. And so I think you look at it from the time of Archbishop Usher, that we use these, or at least in the Western mindset, that these are timekeeping or date setting, that we can actually use them to calculate the dates of when things happen. Is that a right way to look at the genealogies in the scriptures?
That's not quite how I would do it. What I see in the scriptures is that when we do genealogies, what we're doing is establishing family relationships. For example, in the book of Chronicles, there's a genealogy that starts at the time of Aaron, if you go the chronological order, and it ends in the time of the Babylonian captivity. But what it's doing is linking certain people in the Babylonian captivity to Aaron, Moses' brother. But then you have a parallel genealogy in the book of Ezra. And when you go to the book of Ezra, it's the same genealogy, except there's one major difference. Besides the fact that it ends with Ezra, it takes you from Aaron to Ezra. It's the same genealogy, but the middle of the genealogy is missing. They decide, oh, we'll tell the first part of the genealogy, we'll tell the last part of the genealogy, and we'll hook Ezra in here.
So you've got an example of the genealogy where it links the people, but it doesn't give all of the details, or all the middle people, if you will.
Exactly. It's what I would call a missing middle.
Okay.
And it's not there to do anything other than to say, this guy is connected to this guy. Same type of thing in the Gospel of Matthew. Matthew has two genealogies in. Verse 1, he links Abraham to David, to the Babylonian captivity, to Jesus. And then he'll give a second genealogy, but even it's not complete. So what we're looking at is a way of saying, this guy is associated with this guy, is associated with this guy. Now there's more to it than that.
Right.
Well,
it looks like what you're doing in these genealogies then is not so much timekeeping or allowing you to set dates, but it's telling a narrative, and it's connecting the important people back to the original creation and ultimately to God. So the genealogies aren't really meant as a date-keeping device, but they're meant to tell a narrative in a concise and consistent fashion.